Alright, hello everybody, welcome to another, not first play on launch day, but this is going to be a first review at the launch of a game called Landing. Now this is a small indie game that only comes in at $1.99 a regular price. It's this dude's first game on Steam. As we look here and click on the developer Crazy Loner, and conquer gravity and land a rocket on the platform and over again, but conditions will change and the path is not always clear. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I've seen games like this many times throughout my years playing games, and maybe this is a pretty fun little game. Like I say, only $1.99, its first game on Steam, and this game came out more than 2 weeks ago now, and still it doesn't even have a single review. So I definitely want to go ahead and see if we can help this developer out, see if this game is any good, and maybe make a recommendation to you out there. Let you guys know my thoughts on Landing. So let's go ahead and jump right into this game, and we'll do that. This. Alright, welcome back everybody. This game did launch with the default Unity launcher, so we do know that it is made in Unity, which is pretty much what I expected looking at the graphics. So I have played this game just a couple of minutes here, guys. Let's go ahead and turn this music down just a little bit here. You guys can hear me. I like the music, don't get me wrong. I do like the music, it's pretty nice. And it seems like I have to turn it way down to make it tolerable. Alright. So we're just going to go ahead and hit the front arrow here. I want to show you guys how this game starts, though. We started off, these are the training levels here. So we're going to do some training. I like to see training in these kind of games, kind of show you how to play, especially if you've never played a game like this. So hold space to run the engine, and if you release the key, the engine will stop working. So what they're talking about here is I'm holding space, you see me giving it fuel, and I've just got to get my guy in the green box for just a moment. And, oh, there we go. So we got a perfect 3-star score there, and we can move on. Alright, your goal is to reach the levels and land on the red platform, which is right here. It's actually orange and white. I don't know why he's calling it red, but... So, just a real quick, I like to help these indie developers out with these kind of things. So, right now I can see something that I would definitely change. I would change the starting platform to like orange or yellow or purple or anything like that. I would make the green one be where you're landing, because green is kind of like, yes, green is kind of like go or whatever, but a lot of times in these games green is kind of the goal. So in fact, what I would probably do is I would probably make the green be your landing platform, and I'd make like your starting platform be blue striped. So I'd almost use the same color as your rocket ship. So I'd make this blue, and I would make these green stripes over here on whatever platform you're going to land on. Hopefully that wouldn't be a very hard change, but I think that would make more sense. Just a suggestion to the developer, it doesn't really matter a whole lot as long as the player knows where to go and you have it in the tutorial. So we're going to go ahead and use, you can use the arrow keys or you can use A and D. So we're going to go ahead and hit space here. You just don't want to land too hard, and we got it. So far the tutorial, the levels are not that difficult. So the arrow is showing you where to go towards your goal. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and, we know we're going to have to land, so I kind of want to keep my rocket ship in position here. There we go. Alright, another 3 stars. Alright, in the future you'll receive an assessment of passing. The maximum you can get is 3 stars. To do this, you'll need to collect a star, go for a certain time, and also have fuel of at least 40% when you land. Okay. Let's see if we can get this the star here. Come on. I like the feel of the game. Except I do have another suggestion for this developer that I think could make this game a lot better. Yep. So there's our fuel over on the right-hand side, is kind of what it's showing now. Oh! Wow. Can't even get past all the tutorial levels. Alright. No, 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 no! There we go. So I think I had about 50% fuel, that's why I barely made the 3 stars right there. And now, yeah, we are going for the real game. So we can choose easy, normal, or hard. I don't know what the difference is, but we're just going to go normal. Gravity, so it's how much gravity you have. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and try the first level here. And I assume that it's going to be a little more difficult than the tutorial. I did not make it this far, or this is where I made it when I played before to play the game, because I kind of wanted to get a feel of this game. Man, that's tough. Okay. This is almost like that really popular game on Steam a few years ago, the Getting Over It with Mr. Bentley or whatever. That was a super frustrating game, and I think if you buy this game and you're not ready to experience a little bit of frustration, you're probably spending $2 that, you know, is only going to make you really mad, and you're not going to have a lot of fun. So do know that you're probably going to have some fun with this game, but you're also probably going to experience some frustration when you get so close and you're so far away, or you land a little bit too hard or a little bit too fast and you end up crashing your ship and you have to start all over. Okay. So we have, this is actually the second level. We got a different kind of ship here, as you see. Oh god. No, 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 no. Okay, so this ship does fall a lot quicker. It's a lot heavier than the last ship, so it takes a lot more gas to lift it up. So I think this is going to make this particular level quite a bit harder. Yeah, it's harder to steer too. I don't have... This one is so much harder. Yeah, this rocket ship is so much harder to steer around than that last one. For sure. You can't get going too fast or... Oh my god, man. I don't know how many levels there are in this game, but... Oh, I barely missed it! No! And that's the kind of frustration you're going to have, because like I say, I barely missed that star, and then I had to go back and try to get it again. I mean, you're going to figure out a pattern of these things. You may take you 10, 15 times to get some of these levels, especially as you start advancing. But as you see, each time you're going to get a little bit more clarity on exactly what you need to do to pass this level. So don't buy this game thinking you're just going to ease your way through all these levels, you know, in 10 minutes or without any kind of failure. Because that's how you learn, is by failing in this kind of a game. Man, come on. Yeah, this ship here, though, is so much harder to... I ran out of fuel. Ran out of fuel. As you saw on the right-hand side. You can't just screw around forever because you're going to run out of fuel. No! I feel like this is way too hard to be level, the second actual level in the game. Like, the good thing about a game like this, though, guys, is, yeah, it's going to be frustrating when you crash over and over again, but it's super satisfying when you actually, you know, beat a level that you've blown yourself up on 10, 20, 30 times, whatever. And it's only going to get harder and harder as you advance. So one thing I would like to do here, guys, is I'd like to go ahead and go back to the menu. And if we come here... Let's come in here and let's try to get this one again and pick like the easy level now. If I can even get on this platform. Yeah, see, this ship is just so much easier to control than that one we had on the second actual level of the game. Now let's try easy now. Easy sleazy. Alright, gravity normal. Yeah, it feels like our propulsion is a lot better on this easy level. I only got 1 star right there. I just want to see if I can actually beat this one on easy. See if it's a lot any easier. Yeah. So maybe start off on the easy level, and you can see I'm already doing a lot better here, guys. The propulsion system is just a lot easier on the easy level rather than going, you know, normal. I can't even imagine how hard would be. Yeah, but this was way easier for that one. Yeah, I only got the 1 star. But the only real gripe I have with this game is the controls on this particular game. So this game here, guys, if we're going to go ahead and get out of this game, let's see how many levels there are, first of all. So we have the 5 training levels, and then we have, it looks like 15. Oh my god, then the green caves goes up to level 25. The cayenne caves goes up all the way to 35. 45 for purple. Oh my god. 55 levels in this game. This game is definitely gonna keep you occupied for a long time. So 55 different levels in this game. I gotta say, I like it. I think the price is amazing for $1.99. I think you're getting a well-coded, really good game for the $1.99. However, a couple of problems I have with this game and a couple of pretty easy things to fix for this developer. Right now, you see the game does not allow you to use a controller. So I've already tried a controller when I was playing because I know some games don't show controller support, but they actually do. You know, a controller will work. This game will not work with a controller right now, and I think that's kind of inexcusable, especially for this type of a game. I feel like being able to use a controller would be really nice, especially if you put in, you know, into the throttle buttons like I would use R2 for your throttle, and that way you can kind of give it however much gas you want, and it would make playing this game a lot easier, especially on some of the harder levels. So I really think this game needs controller support. And another thing I would do is by default you use you can use A and D as in WASD to move left or right as far as, you know, steering your rocket, or you can use the left and right arrow key. But the space bar is your gas or your propulsion. And I really don't like doing that because I'm sitting here having to use my right hand on the space bar while I use my left hand to move A and D, left and right. I don't like that at all. I don't think it feels very comfortable. So I would definitely suggest to the developer that keep what you have in there. Keep spacebar in case anybody wants to use it, but also allow a player to use the left mouse button to give it gas. So tying in left mouse button or even right mouse button, either one. Let the player use a mouse button to give it gas as well as hitting A and D to control the ship. I think it would make it a lot better. And then, of course, adding in controller support would take this game over the top. I think that you have a great game here. I like that you offer 55 levels that are going to get even more difficult as you play through them. And it's going to offer a ton of challenge. And then you also offer easy, normal, and hard difficulties. So the replay value on landing is through the roof. The value on this game, guys, is an easy 40 out of 40. I think you're getting a ton of value for this type of a game for the price. And these kind of games can be, really, really rewarding to play. They can be maddening, don't get me wrong, but I mean, the developer did a good job on this game in making a very difficult to control but very challenging game that can be mastered. So I definitely like that. And again, remember that my scores, guys, are also based on first impressions. So none of these games that I review on my channel like this are, games that I play the whole way through or beat the game or anything like that. So there could be, problems or bugs or other things later on in the game that I don't know about. All my reviews are only based on first impressions, quick reviews. Some games take, 15, 20 minutes to review. Some games take 45 minutes to give it a first review. It just depends on the type of game that it is. But 40 out of 40 for value on landing. Great job to the developer on offering a fantastic value, good bang for your buck for the consumer. Next criteria is fun. Again, this is more the subjective part of my scoring. It's worth 30 points. It's basically how much fun do I think the game is. And, some people's fun, in a game is completely different than somebody else's. So what I think is a really fun game, you may think is no fun at all, and vice versa. But for this type of a game, I think it can be frustrating, but I also think it's quite a bit of fun as well. I like it. I think the fun levels here, if you're in the mood for this type of a game, and if you are in the mood for this type of game, I'm going to give this game a 23 out of 30. Next criteria, and again, the only reason I'm not giving it a higher score is because, it can be frustrating, and that frustration that you can experience in these games definitely takes away from how much fun this game could be, but it is part of the type of game that it is. Anyway, I think 23 out of 30 is a very fair score for that. And next criteria is controls and bugs. How does the game control? What kind of bugs are there? I'm not really seeing any kind of bugs or control problem. I would, however, like to see controller support and also allow the player to use the left mouse button for gas, as I've already mentioned. And because I feel like those are probably things this game needs, rather than, just asking for something we want, I feel like this game really needs that kind of support, especially controller support. And let's be honest, using the mouse for your gas would be a very nice thing to have. So I'm going to take away 4 points from the controls and bugs, just because I don't feel like it controls as good as it should if you had a controller or if you could use the mouse to give it gas. So 16 out of 20 is my score for the controls and bugs. And then graphics and sound. How are the graphics and how's the sound? I love the music, the graphics. I like the minimalist type of graphics of this game. And for the type of game that it is, remember, I'm not comparing this game to a game like Skyrim or Dead by Daylight or, any other game like that. We're comparing it for this type of a game. And for the type of game that it is, I think the controls, not the controls, but the graphics and the sound and the music are done very, very well. So for the type of game that it is, guys, I'm going to give this game a perfect 10 out of 10. If you add all that up, I said 40 out of 40 for value. I said for fun, I said 23 out of 30 for fun. I said 16 out of 20 for controls and bugs because I think they could be better. And then I said 10 out of 10 for graphics and sound. If you add that all up, guys, you wind up with an 89%. But because I think this developer on his first game on Steam has launched such a great little lander game, I believe the game I used to play on the Commodore 64, much like this, that would had much simpler graphics and everything like that, was called Lander. Not Landing, but Lander. And I think this developer has made a great remake of it here on Steam. Landing, I'm going to go ahead and give this developer 5 extra points for offering such a fantastic value for such a low price. 55 levels, that is actually more like 165 levels because you can play easy, medium, and hard. So you essentially have 165 different levels to play this game through for $1.99. That is a superb value for you out there, a superb value for me. I'm definitely keeping this game, and I like it for the price, guys. 5 extra points added to that 89 gives Landing a Zaxtors Indie Gold. The game, it's an award I haven't given out in nearly a month now. A 94% for Landing. Fantastic little game to this developer. And obviously an underappreciated game because I'm giving it its first review more than 2 weeks after it launched. It makes me wonder, has this developer only sold maybe a handful of copies since he launched it because he doesn't even have a review yet? And a fantastic little gem this game is. And this kind of game right here is exactly why I do what I do, because I like to point out these little gems, these little indie gems that you've never heard of to you out there. And if you like these kind of games, if you can, if you enjoy this kind of a challenge, then I think this is a must buy for you. Again, 94%. Zaxtors Indie Gold. We haven't had one of those in a while. And this has been Zaxtorian, and I'd be sure you, comment down below. Let me know if this video has sparked you or inspired you to go out and buy this game. Let me know as well if you agree with me that this is a superb, a superb little indie gem. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. This has been Zaxtorian, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care.